Hey guys, this is Jelly Jordan, and welcome to Adventures of a Stay-at-Home Girlfriend. So, just so you know, starting out, me and my boyfriend are both nocturnal, so this routine is kind of a reverse of what most people have. That being that we wake up at the night and then go to bed in the morning. So when I woke up, he was already live with his live stream, and so I started cooking dinner, and I decided to make spaghetti tonight with marinara sauce. But when I was making the spaghetti, I realized that I was almost out of marinara sauce. So I went ahead and added a can of diced tomatoes and kind of like made the sauce from scratch, but with like a little bit of marinara sauce added in. And just so you know, there is going to be like a lot of dancing in this video, but I try to like keep the clips even, and so it's not like all dancing, but I just love to put on some headphones, cook some food, and have a good dance party, because there's nothing like dancing with yourself in your kitchen at like 2 in the morning. It really is such a vibe. So once I got the pasta started and the sauce started, it was time to add like just a little bit of brown sugar to the sauce. Because since it was mostly diced tomatoes, I wanted to make sure it had that slightly sweet pasta sauce quality, where you couldn't really taste the sweet, but it was there and it adds like flavor. And then I went ahead and boiled the noodles and was really working on that sauce. And oh my god, guys, it turned out so good. You wouldn't even believe. And so as I was, cooking and dancing around, I went ahead and was drinking a Monster because I knew I'd want to have some pep in my step for tonight. And once I got the sauce all ready, as it was finally finishing up, I was like, you know what, I need some fiber in my diet, so I grabbed an apple. Then it was time to strain the pasta. And of course, I had cleaned out the sink really well prior to this, like scrubbed it down, and was just kind of like draining the pasta and rinsing it with hot water, because I didn't want it to be cold, but I wanted to rinse it really well. Then it goes right back into the pan, and of course it's off the heat at this point, and time to put the sauce in. And I was just so happy with how the sauce turned out, guys. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I'd never made pasta sauce mostly by hand, so I was proud of how it turned out. And once I mixed it in, it was time to serve it up. A bowl for me, and a bowl for my mother-in-law, and a bowl for my boyfriend. And so we were just having a good time. And then once it was all served up and everyone had eaten, I went ahead and started doing the dishes, because I made a lot of dishes doing this. And it's important to stay on top of dishes. And then I went and I cleaned like the whole kitchen and washing room area, but I only got like the footage for the washing room. But you can see just the final product. Now the counters in this house were really badly stained when we moved in, so please excuse that. Then it was dance party time, and you see, I was listening to the song Sugar by System of a Down. And I was dancing to that song over and over and over again for like 20 minutes. And then I discovered, oh shoot, I'm becoming manic. And see, I have bipolar and BPD. And the song Sugar just feels like and sounds like a descent into mania. And definitely was getting kind of manic. Whenever I want to listen to this song, it's usually because I'm getting manic. And so I took my medicine and made sure I got all that goodness in my system. And of course, I took my multivitamin and my ashwagandha gummies. And then I said my prayers, my Hail Marys, and my other prayers, and lit my incense, because I just really needed to chill out for a second. Then I went ahead and I journaled, and I ended up journaling like 15 pages, trying to like process a lot of stuff, because sometimes it's very hard going into mania and really getting manic, and it looks like a lot of fun, but it's like your head is screaming on the inside. And I think the reason for me that the song Sugar by System of a Down feels so like going into mania for me is because a scientific study actually showed that the brain produces similar levels of chemicals, endorphins, when you're manic as someone who's partaking in some sugar, if you know what I mean. So once I spent some time with my cat Cider, it was time to do my skincare, hair, and makeup. So I started out by brushing my hair and really trying to get it nice and silky smooth. And sadly today, as I'm editing, my hair was so much better today than it was yesterday, and I'm like, oh, gosh, should have filmed today. But anyway, I start out with my cleanser and just really trying to get into my pores, get everything cleaned. I broke out really bad this week because I had been on my period and I get such bad hormonal acne. And then I went ahead and I used my serum. Thankfully, I don't break out like I used to, but I still get a couple of pimples whenever I'm hormonal. So it's important for me to prioritize my skincare and make sure I'm taking care of my skin. And once I got my eye cream in, it was time for moisturizer. I really love this moisturizer that I got as a gift for Christmas, but I don't know where it's from or much about it. So I'm not going to recommend it to you guys because I don't know where I can send you to go get it. But it is very nice. It works for me. It's super creamy and it goes on nicely and it really absorbs. And then it was time for mascara because, you know, I love mascara. I have like short blonde eyelashes. I was born really blonde, but my hair got like brown with time. So my eyelashes just kind of said screw you and stayed blonde. My eyebrows also stayed kind of lighter than my hair. And then it was time for glitter because you know your girl loves to sparkle and shine. And once I had gotten all that glittery glitter on, I was feeling so pretty. I wasn't doing any foundation today because I wanted to give my skin a break. And once I got my basic makeup done, I went ahead and I took my hair down and I fluffed it out. And I was feeling pretty good about my hair today, but it looked better the next day, which kind of annoyed me. Then I went ahead and I made my bed, getting all my teddy bears and squishmallows off so I can like straighten out the sheets and everything. I tried to make the bed, you know, in a pretty quickly after I wake up, but sometimes I end up like waiting too long and then I feel like, why didn't I make the bed when I woke up, you know, because that's like such a good habit to have. And then it was time to like make sure my dog had water and food and clean up the room. And you can see Flynn on the bed being just such a sweet little baby boy. I've had him since he was a 3-month-old puppy and he's gonna be 7 this May. He's just my little angel baby. And he's a nervous dog, but he's so sweet. And then it was time to pet on little Calypso, or little is not the good word for him. He's such a big cat. And then I went ahead and I put on some hand lotion because, you know, trying to keep my hands in good condition. And then it was tea time. So while the water was boiling on the stove for me to make my tea, I went ahead and put away those dried dishes that I washed now that they're dry because we have a drying rack on that side of the sink. And then it was time to make with the tea. This tea is green tea, cherry blossom flavor, and I love it. It's so fresh and light. It's literally the best. It tastes amazing. But since I make the tea with boiling water, it is pretty hot and I need to wait a little while for it to cool. So I was just listening to some music and dancing around again because you know that dancing is kind of my therapy. I'm gonna be 100% real. Just putting on headphones, listening to music, dancing and singing. It's really therapeutic for me. Plus it's a good way to move my body and get some extra exercise. And dancing is just so healthy. It's good for my mind, it's good for my body. It's great. It's just so great. And I just love vibing with my headphones on. But now I'm going to do a different kind of therapy for me, and that's playing Minecraft. And as you can see, Cider joined me on my lap while I was trying to get more pet cats. So I'm playing on creative, which is something I often do when I'm trying to get a bunch of pets and build and stuff. But anyway, I was drinking my tea now that it was finally cool and working on this massive bridge I was building. And I got Minecraft when I was 13 years old. It was a gift from my younger brother and we used to play together. And I really love playing Minecraft. And it reminds me of my brother who, if you guys know me, you know I have really complicated non-relationship with most of my family. And I really miss my little brother. We still talk occasionally, but it's hard when our family kind of has us pitted against each other. But anyway, I went ahead and I wanted to show you guys the farm I built. So I built a little farm and I got these pens with all my animals, horses, cows, chickens, pigs, whole 9 yards. And then as I was just finishing up playing, my cats were just being adorable, as well as Flynn being a total cutie. But as we see, it was time to clean the litter box, and Calypso just wanted to watch. Usually, as soon as I start cleaning the litter box, all the cats show up so they can immediately use it as soon as it's clean. But I get it. Why wouldn't you want to use like your toilet? If your toilet's got poop in it, you don't want to use it. So now that it's clean, of course you want to use it. So I understand. I totally get it. And then it was time to work out. And I started with 5 minutes of warm-up stretches. And then it was on to 20 minutes of HIIT. And I usually do 10 to 15 minutes of HIIT. So I was kind of challenging myself today to see if I could do 25 minutes. So it ended up being a total of 30 minutes of working out, and a lot of it being high intensity interval training meant that I really got my heart rate up. And I feel like a lot of people don't work out or try to lose weight because they know how hard it is. It is a very hard thing to do. And while you should definitely be happy in your body, whatever size it is, I'm working out for my health and because I feel like I would be happier in a smaller body, and I think that's okay. Everybody has their body that they're comfortable in, and as long as you're comfortable and happy in your body, that's all that matters. As long as you're trying to stay healthy and you are happy, that's really all that matters, and anybody can look any way they want. I think that's really important for people to remember. Then I went ahead and I drank my water because I'd been sipping on it while I'd been working out, and I was so out of breath. I was also feeling like a little sick, so I kind of rested in the bathtub for a while and let myself cool down. And then my animals were being weird, and they're both like cleaning themselves at the same time, so I caught it on video. And then it was time for a shower because I'd gotten all sweaty working out, and just washing my hair, washing my body, getting myself all clean and fresh. And then it was time to put on lotion because you know your girl's gotta smell like a fresh snickerdoodle flower shop because we always be smelling good here. Then instead of my usual nighttime skincare, I decided to do an overnight peel because I felt like my skin was not great, and I thought this peel, maybe that'll help, you know? And so I put the peel on, really got it into my skin. And then my boyfriend got home and he really wanted peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with apple slices. And I was like, you know what? That sounds dope. So I went ahead and made us both 2 peanut butter sandwiches with apple slices with peanut butter. Which, you know, plenty of protein there with the peanut butter. We got some carbs with the bread. Because, like, you know, dieting, great. But don't cut up all your carbs. Carbs are what you need to fuel your body, so you gotta be like sensible when you're trying to lose weight. And so you guys know, I lost 64 pounds in the last year. I ended up giving him my second sandwich because I just wasn't hungry enough for an entire apple and 2 sandwiches. I really only needed 1. So thank you guys so much for watching my vlog. Please come back, please like, please subscribe. I hope to see you guys again. Bye y'all!